Let's talk about sustainable travel today. Let's talk about sustainable travel today.
That sounds great. What aspects are you most interested in?
I think we should start with eco-friendly transportation options,
Absolutely. Trains and buses are usually more sustainable than flying.
right? And they often provide a more scenic view too.
Exactly. Plus, you can meet more people on the ground.
Have you ever taken a long train journey?
Yes, I took a train across Europe last summer. It was amazing.
That sounds incredible. Which countries did you visit?
I went through France, Germany, and Italy. Each place was unique.
I can imagine. Did you notice any sustainable practices there?
Yes, many cities had bike-sharing programs and pedestrian zones.
That's a great way to reduce carbon footprints.
For sure. I also saw a lot of restaurants using local ingredients.
Supporting local businesses is so important for sustainability.
Definitely. It helps the economy and reduces transportation emissions.
Have you tried any plant-based meals while traveling?
Yes, I had some delicious vegan dishes in Berlin.
Berlin is known for its vibrant food scene.
It really is. I loved exploring all the different options.
What about accommodations? Do you prefer eco-friendly hotels?
Yes, I try to choose places that prioritize sustainability.
Same here. Have you stayed at any that stood out?
I stayed at a green hotel in Amsterdam that used solar panels.
That's impressive. Did they offer any eco-friendly activities?
They did. They organized bike tours around the city.
That sounds like a fun way to explore.
It was. Plus, it felt good to be reducing my impact.
Have you ever volunteered while traveling?
I have. I volunteered at a wildlife sanctuary in Costa Rica.
That must have been a rewarding experience.
It really was. I learned so much about conservation efforts.
That's awesome. Did you get to interact with the animals?
Yes, I helped care for sloths and monkeys. They were adorable.
I can only imagine how cute they are.
They really are. It made the whole trip even more special.
Do you think volunteering is a good way to travel sustainably?
Absolutely. It gives back to the community and helps the environment.
Plus, you get a deeper understanding of the local culture.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation.
Have you ever considered a zero-waste travel approach?
I have. It's challenging, but definitely worth it.
What are some tips you would recommend?
Bringing reusable bags and containers is a great start.
That's a practical idea. What about toiletries?
I use solid shampoo bars and refillable bottles.
Smart. It really cuts down on plastic waste.
For sure. I also try to buy food in bulk when I can.
That's a great way to minimize packaging waste.
It takes a bit of planning, but it pays off.
Have you ever traveled to a destination known for sustainability?
Yes, I visited Sweden, and they have amazing eco-friendly initiatives.
I've heard that. What impressed you the most?
Their commitment to renewable energy and recycling was inspiring.
That's fantastic. It's great to see countries leading by example.
Definitely. It makes you want to adopt similar practices at home.
Speaking of home, how do you incorporate sustainability in your daily life?
I try to reduce my energy consumption and recycle regularly.
Those are excellent habits. What else do you do?
I also compost my kitchen scraps to reduce waste.
That's a great way to enrich the soil.
It really is. Plus, it feels good to contribute positively.
Have you thought about how travel can impact local communities?
Yes, it's crucial to respect local cultures and environments.
Absolutely. Responsible tourism is key to sustainable travel.
I always try to learn a few phrases in the local language.
That's a thoughtful approach. It shows respect for the culture.
Exactly. It helps create a connection with the locals.
Have you ever experienced cultural misunderstandings while traveling?
I have. Once I accidentally offended someone in Thailand.
Oh no, what happened?
I didn't realize that pointing with my feet was disrespectful.
That's a common mistake. It's good to learn from experiences.
For sure. Now I always research cultural norms before visiting.
That's a smart move. It enhances the travel experience.
It really does. Plus it helps avoid awkward situations.
Have you ever traveled solo?
Yes, I went backpacking alone in South America.
That must have been an adventure. How was it?
It was liberating. I met so many interesting people along the way.
That's one of the best parts of solo travel.
Definitely. It pushes you out of your comfort zone.
What was your favorite destination during that trip?
I loved exploring the ruins of Machu Picchu.
That's a bucket list destination for many.
It truly is. The history and scenery are breathtaking.
Did you hike the Inca Trail?
I did. It was challenging, but incredibly rewarding.
I can imagine. The views must have been stunning.
They were. Each step felt like a new adventure.
How do you feel about group tours versus solo travel?
Both have their pros and cons. It depends on the experience you want.
That's true. Group tours can be great for meeting people.
Exactly, but solo travel offers more freedom and flexibility.
Have you ever done a mix of both?
Yes, I joined a group tour in Japan and then explored solo.
That sounds like a perfect balance.
It was. I loved having the best of both worlds.
What's your next travel destination?
I'm thinking about visiting New Zealand for its natural beauty.
That's an excellent choice. It's known for its stunning landscapes.
I can't wait to hike in the national parks there.
Hiking is such a great way to connect with nature.
It really is. Plus, it's a sustainable way to explore.
Do you have any specific trails in mind?
I want to hike the Tongariro Alpine Crossing.
That's a popular one. The views are breathtaking.
I've heard it's like walking through different landscapes.
It really is. You'll love the volcanic terrain.
I'm excited. I'll make sure to pack out all my trash.
That's the spirit. Leave no trace is so important.
Absolutely. We have to protect these beautiful places.
Have you ever participated in a cleanup event while traveling?
Yes, I joined a beach cleanup in Hawaii once.
That's fantastic. It's a great way to give back.
It felt good to contribute to the community and environment.
Plus, you meet like-minded people who care about sustainability.
Exactly. It's a rewarding experience all around.
What advice would you give to someone new to sustainable travel?
Start small. Even little changes can make a big difference.
That's a great point. Every effort counts.
And don't be afraid to ask locals for recommendations.
Yes, they often know the best sustainable options.
Plus, it helps support local businesses.
That's a win-win situation.
It really is. Sustainable travel can be fun and fulfilling.
I completely agree. It's all about making conscious choices.
Exactly. And sharing those experiences with others is important too.
Yes, the more we talk about it, the more awareness we create.
That's the goal. Together, we can make a difference.
I'm glad we had this conversation about sustainable travel.
Me too. It's always inspiring to share ideas.
Let's keep encouraging each other to travel responsibly.
Definitely. Here's to many more sustainable adventures ahead.